Dr. Ron Kaiser here on behalf of the Mental Health Gym and the Rejuvenating Revolution. And I'm here with a question for you that I hope you'll answer and share with us. Namely, do you have a morning routine? Successful people in general have a morning routine, something that helps them to get started in the morning and prepares them for success throughout the course of the day. When I learned that, I decided to become much more intentional in my morning routine. And I trust that some of you have routines that are different from mine. Perhaps you could share it. I encourage that because other people certainly have body clocks that are different than mine. But what I found is that I do best if I ease into the morning. I know there are some people who get out of bed and start exercising and just really are going full speed. There are others who do some less productive things, such as not taking, a successful fast breakfast, or rather taking one, rushing out the door, being all hurried and harried when they get to work. And it takes them a while to gear up for the day. That's not what I consider to be a successful, positive morning routine. In my case, as I said, I like to ease into it. I set my alarm clock on my phone so that I have two rings 10 minutes apart. I think in years I can remember twice that I've had to wait for the second ring. I usually wake up with the first one, take a few minutes, get out of bed, and then proceed with what is the real routine. I like to have a healthy breakfast, not necessarily a big one, but a healthy one, and do all the basic things, showering and so on. I also come from the generation that reads newspapers, so I always like to read the newspaper, sometimes two newspapers, as I ease into the day. I don't read emails as I get started. I do check my bank statements online, just because of the fact that nowadays I have so many things that are just withdrawn from my checkbook on a schedule that I sometimes forget about it, and I don't want to be overdrawn, or if I am, I like to catch it on time. And I may check the weather on the phone, but I avoid emails until later in the day. I did dislocate I've dislocated the shoulder too, but I tore the rotator cuff in my right shoulder. So I have a physical therapy routine that was taught to me that has helped me to avoid surgery. So I keep doing that. That takes about 20 minutes a day. I will exercise more later in the day. I will walk. I will use weights, at least some days, weights or cables. But my morning routine takes me 2 hours plus until I'm ready to go to work, whether I'm working from home or whether I physically go into the office. I found that works for me. I think that makes me more productive. Once I've got that out of the way, I'm good and able to be productive for the rest of the day and sometimes into the evening if I've scheduled for it. I know some people, if they see me the latter part of the day or reach me by phone in the evening and see that I'm working, as I do some days, may see me as a workaholic. I don't think that's the case. I think I pace myself well, and again, that's a great routine for me. Probably the most important aspect of that routine, though, is getting to bed at the same time every day, because that really prepares me for the next morning routine. So that's how I do it. Again, it's not being presented as a model. What is being presented as important is the fact that successful people tend to have a morning routine that really goes beyond rushing out the door with a cup of carry-on coffee uh, getting to work harassed and starting the day feeling unproductive, and then adding to it by then spending time reading non-work related emails. There are lots of good routines. Some people's body clocks work differently, and their major exercise occurs during the day, during the morning. Others uh, have a different way of easing into the day. I'd like to hear it from you, so hopefully I will. And again, keep in mind, if you start the day right, there's a real good chance you're going to be productive and successful and actually happier during the rest of the day.